So what's the biggest misconception people have about athletes transitioning into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so I feel like the biggest misconception is feeling like you have to transfer into entrepreneurship.
For someone watching who's afraid to show up fully, like what's one thing they can do today to step into their truth?
One thing they can do to step into their truth, I would say, is to know the truth.
If your wardrobe could speak, what would it say about the man you're becoming?
I wear a lot of athletic wear, so I feel like my wardrobe would say.
From the football field to building personal brands, today's guest is all about showing up with confidence, purpose, and authenticity. He's an NFL player, entrepreneur, and content creator, and he's on a mission to help others lead with faith and own their story. Whether he's speaking to athletes or creatives, his energy is bold, his message is real, and his presence speaks for itself. Today, we're talking about confidence, brand building, and what it really means to stand out with integrity. Welcome to the More Style Podcast. Let's get into it with Amari Gainer. You've played D1 football, made it to the NFL, and now you're building a brand beyond the game. So what's the biggest misconception people have about athletes transitioning into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so I feel like the biggest misconception is feeling like you have to transfer into entrepreneurship. I feel like entrepreneurship should be something that you acquire through networking, connections, finding problems, and being able to have something that's genuinely yourself and genuinely something that you're passionate about. So, I mean, the general fact of, anything in life can be an entrepreneurial adventure as long as you put your mind to it, as long as you feel the passion to want to do it. Because I feel like just like anything else, it's only a certain amount of time in the day. I mean, you get your work done, you work out, you're dedicated to your craft, and then the rest of the time you spend your time, thinking about things that are side quests and things that you could be able to network and things that you're able to expand your brand. So I feel like that's like the biggest thing, just to be able to add value to everyone's lives and just to be able to help.
Yeah, and you're really big into that. I've been really watching you on socials, and you put a lot of great content up there because from what you describe, you love to give back. That's really close to your heart. Have you always been like that?
100%. Because I feel like Jesus was a perfect example of serving. And so whenever I get the chance to be able to serve and be able to help my community and to be able to help people out, I feel like I'm called to do that. So, with my foundation, AG Game Changers, we have, books for boys. And what we do is we make it cool to want to read. Because, a lot of guys, they think, it's just sports. And it's like, it's good to, gain that knowledge. It's good to read. It's good to step out of the box and do something uncomfortable, even though you might fall asleep. But it's something that, at least you're challenging yourself and you're pushing yourself to be better.
Yeah, was that values that were instilled by your parents?
100%. So my mom's a teacher. So my mom, she never taught me, thank God, just because I know she'd be so hard on me, which is good. But she's tough. So every summer we used to have to, read summer reading. My brothers and sisters were sometimes a little bit better than me. Sometimes mom would come in, I'd be knocked out with a book, just face forward. But it was good just to be able to have that experience and to be able to gain that knowledge and to be able to, have those lifelong memories that you may take for granted when you're a kid, but you're like, dang, like I actually feel better. I feel accomplished. Like I finished something. So, that's kind of one of the main things about it.
Yeah, I love that. So what moment made you realize your voice was bigger than football?
My voice was bigger than football. I honestly always felt like it was bigger than football.
Okay.
Because I feel like football is definitely something you do, and it's a job, and it's fun, and it's like I enjoy doing it. But at the same time, my identity is in Christ. So everything I do and everything that I put my mind to, I want to do it to the best of my abilities. So whether that is football, whether that entrepreneurship, whether that is dressing before games, whether that is commercial real estate, hunting for great, places to put properties in. It's just the way you do, and a wise coach taught me, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So, that's kind of how I like to live my life, and just to be able to spread that voice and be able to spread to the younger generation, because I just knew like how important it was for me when NFL players or even college players used to come to my school and they used to talk to us and they used to just even share a smile with us. And I just knew like how much it impacted me. So just being in this position that I'm in and being able to impact other people and be able to share smiles with them and be able to, joke around with them and, leave a lasting impact in their lives however I can. I feel like it's very important for me.
Yeah. And how long have you been doing this like mentorship and volunteering and really giving back to the younger generation in your community here?
Yeah, I would say mainly since high school.
Okay.
Because I was a pretty big recruit in high school, and I was able to spread light to the community and I just don't say no, and I feel like that's a big thing to have, a big ability to have is just don't say no. Like if anyone has an opportunity, anyone has like, hey, you want to help? In Florida we have a lot of hurricanes, a lot of things like that. Our whole football team, we were handing out sandbags for people so their house wouldn't fly away and stuff like that. But it's like, just don't say no. Like, I mean, why not? Why not go and help somebody? Why not, spread light to the community? Why not be passionate about it? And not even just because you have to do it, but, do it with a smile, do it with enjoyment, and enjoy what you do. So.
Yeah. Well, you've also taken that do not say no, always say yes into the entrepreneur space. Yeah. So tell me about some of your latest entrepreneur journeys that your hands are in right now.
Yeah. So we definitely, as far as the obvious one is streaming.
Okay.
So I feel like that's an entrepreneur journey for me, just being able to build that community through streaming and to be able to spread my impact throughout my viewers and the people that love to watch me and the people that support me. So I feel like that's very important for me. We're working on a hat that I think will be very important. Just a problem that I found was I was golfing out in Arizona and it was really hot and I had a hat on, but the sun was just going through the hat and I was like, dang, like I wish I had a hat that was reflecting and kept me cool. So I mean, that's kind of one thing that we're kind of working on and figuring out the technology and the science with that in order to, have a substantial hat that will keep you cool and to just be great for everyday wear and the everyday pickleballer, everyday tennis player, everyday mom that wants to sit there and watch their kid play baseball or something like that. So I mean, that was a really cool one. And I mean, even before that, when I was in college, doing little things like Printify. Like Printify it's free. Shopify is free. So customizing my own shirts, customize my own brands, and being able to just be creative with it and have fun with it. And like, not even something that it was like, I have to do this. I have to do this. It was just something that, I have free time and it's something I want to do. And I remember even when I was training for Pro Day, I was selling pickleball paddles
Nice.
when I saw it was a huge trend. So I was like, okay, why not? So I made beast paddles. And so it's honestly just little things and just wanting to learn and grow in any aspect I can and in order to keep going and keep growing and just creating ideas throughout my notes and things that, I don't even know how it will be possible to make, but just to have that idea and to keep dreaming big.
Yeah. So what is it that you're looking for in this hat? Is it typically the fabric? Because you said the technology too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the fabric, and also just the overall style.
Okay.
So I wanted to look good, and I also wanted to be reflectant. So it's what material reflects the heat. They have different cooling mesh and different cooling nylons that I feel like will help benefit, but it's also trial and error and being able to see it, be able to hold it, be able to try it out, just so that I know that the product I'm sending out it's great and it works and I can vouch for it.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's what we really like connected with because I was like, oh my God, like what got you into fashion?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. So what did you get you into fashion? Is it more just a business or just something other than the hat? Because you seem to really like dress well.
Appreciate it.
You take that into consideration, especially, I mean, game day, right? That's always a given. But like you just showed up. I was like, oh my God, look at you.
Thank you.
So how do you prep for game day?
Yeah. So I would say as far as like overall in fashion, I would say I got it from like my mom and my grandma. Like every time I would go somewhere, it was always make sure this is right, make sure this is right. And then as I got older, I start developing my own brand and my own style as to how I wanted to wear, like what I wanted to wear. So it was being different. Like I never want to be the same. I never want to fit in and wear what everybody else is wearing. I always want to be my own authentic self. And I feel like that's what your style should be. It should be a representative of you and not just off of a mannequin, you know? I feel like, and that's what made these bigger brands and these luxurious brands so authentic, because they started, okay, let's mix and match certain things and let's get you the clothes that fit what you want to do and what you want to wear and how you want to display yourself. So I feel like that was very important for me. And as far as game day, I have so at first I was doing it myself. So I was picking out my own clothes and things of that nature. But I wanted to brand myself a little bit more. So I worked with my stylist, Pharaoh, and he's been getting me right as far as like making sure we have good fabrics, making sure we have the different type of clothing, different cloths, and then making sure it's tailored to fit right. So everything looks really good. So I feel like that's the way I've been going towards later season with the nice suits and being able to brand myself a little bit more through the suits and the business attire.
Yeah, it's so important that you get the authenticity right? You get
100%.
the fit right. You get to make sure that you're your most confident self walking, into the field for game day, or well, before you get on the field, but like you're walking in and you're just feeling really good and confident.
100%.
Because I think so many people, like you said, dress what's on the mannequin or what's, trending, and then it like doesn't work for them and they wonder why.
Exactly.
Because they're not really looking what works for them.
Exactly.
So yeah, I love that story because I think more people need to hear about that. Like when you're showing up as your true authentic self, you're like 100% confident. Talk to me about your New York trip. I'm really excited to hear. This was through the NFL, right?
Correct.
Tell me why you went to New York and what did you learn?
Yeah, so the reason I went to New York, like I said, don't say no. So, I mean, that was one of the main reasons I wanted to learn more about fashion. I wanted to learn more about luxurious brands and how these brands, put themselves in the forefront of the world. So, I mean, LVMH, so I went to New York on an LVMH trip, and LVMH has the finest, the best luxurious brands in the world, Tiffany and Co., Dior, like, a bunch of different, Louis Vuitton, so a bunch of different, and I mean, just being able to meet so many people, have so many connections, and being able to show my personality with, all the different presidents that were there and the CFOs, CEOs, and just to be able to, have a great time learning. So, I mean, that's what I love to learn. I love to, see the different types of things that make brands what they are. So I mean, it was great just to be able to see everything. I've never been to New York, so that was the first time in New York, seeing the big city, the Big Apple, and to just be able to be out there and to learn. So I feel like that was the best.
What's some of the key factors that you actually learned from those big brands that maybe you wanted to integrate into your life?
Yeah, I feel like it was more so. So when we went there, we had different places that we went to. So I went to Berluti.
Okay.
And I didn't know what Berluti was until I got there. And then, I mean, it's one of the best leather companies there is. And I didn't know that. And I feel like it was the craftsmanship, like how intense they were with their work, making sure everything was precise, making sure everything was, handled, making sure everything was, taken account for, and then going on my internship to Remova and being able to learn more about, Remova and their brand and their marketing and how they go about their business, and also how they have their own unique craftsmanship, and being able to, venture off into just, not even just being a suitcase brand, but also, finding themselves to be a travel brand, saying they're more than just suitcases. So it's just being able to see the mindset of the different, like the big time brands, and just seeing, what made them like so authentic. So I feel like that was like kind of the main thing that I learned was, having a story, and like all these, companies or, brands that have the story and they built, going to Italy, going out of the country and being able to learn and being able to express themselves through their style and through their fashion.
Yeah, I love that because you're right. All of these companies have their own story, their brand story, and that's what made them where they're at. Like the craftsmanship, the quality, the time investment, the luxury companies. I think I talked about this earlier. It's like luxury is just not about the product; it's about how you treat your customers, the
100%.
experience that you get from that. You went into those brands, I imagine, like you said you love to learn, but there was probably like, oh my God, like I can see why they're at the point they're at now.
Yeah, and like even like brands like Tiffany and Co. Like I didn't even know they made Super Bowl rings and the trophies. So Cyril, so he was over Tiffany and Co. VP, and he took us upstairs to the big office, and we got to see, you know, pendants and things that weren't even out yet for Tiffany and Co. And I mean, it was just really cool just to be able to talk to those people, be able to talk to, you know, the Fendi president came in and talked to us, and just to be able to see what's going on and be able to learn more about just the history of all of the big time brands.
Yeah. Did you notice like a theme across the board, like values, beliefs, like craftsmanship? I mean, what did you take away from like all of those companies? Did they all have things in common?
Yeah, I feel like the main thing I took from not even just that trip, but just like overall, like my networking events, is that everything is about relationships. And that's kind of the main thing that like I see, like, because I mean, you see like even the people that are in those different brands, they've just been to so many different avenues, so many different companies that they're so integrated into one. So it's just like they're one big family, and it's so cool. And even I was even at Remova, and I saw somebody get moved up from Remova to a bigger bigger account. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Just to be a bigger account. So I mean, it was just really cool just to be able to see their progress and to see the community and see how happy everybody was for her.
Yeah.
So it was just really cool just to be in that space and be able to have fun with them and share a few smiles and laughs and have fun.
What
and
a
they
great
gave
experience.
me some stuff. Yeah, it's cool.
Seriously, because like I think we were talking about before, like being an NFL player has probably allowed you to have, move and shake in different areas that you probably would never have before. And you're taking advantage of it. You're like, yes, I'm always saying yes. I'm always going to see what's out there. I'm going to always learn. I think that's just so important as an entrepreneur too, like to always say yes. I think we hear that over and over and over, but you're actually doing it. So how do you use your platform to merge sports, business, and purpose without losing yourself in the process?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything I do, everything I post is just authentic. And my mom and my family follows me on social media, so it's easier for me because I'm like, if I wouldn't want my mom to see it, I'm not posting it. So I feel like that's like something, you keep with yourself. It's like your core values. So I mean, I want everything that I do, everything that I represent, everything that I sponsor, everything to align with what I'm doing. So I feel like that's kind of the main thing for me. And I mean, it's best when you have everything aligning with Christ. So I mean, you can never go wrong. So I mean, I feel like that's like the main thing. It's just to make sure that whatever I'm doing, it's for Him, and it's to be able to spread His light. Because I mean, I couldn't get here by myself. So it was good to just be able to share that and share my story. And I mean, especially with social media and platforms, I feel like it's sharing your story. It's being able to share that story and be able to tell that story, and being able to spread hope to the people that follow you, and being able to give them a few gems. So I mean, I feel like that's like the main thing for me, just to be able to keep myself and keep me centered, because I mean, we're all one at the end of the day, and we're all chasing our purpose. So I feel like that's like the main thing for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that so much. Like, I love that when you're like, if my mom, is watching my socials, let me make sure that it's like pristine.
Yeah.
So you say your authenticity is your superpower. For someone watching who's afraid to show up fully, like what's one thing they can do today to step into their truth?
One thing they can do to step into their truth, I would say, is to know the truth. I feel like that's the main thing.
Yeah.
I feel like if you know the truth, then you're able to live in it, and you're able to also share it and spread it, and to be able to let people know like what it's done for you. So I mean, the truth is through Jesus, I feel like, and I feel like there is only one truth. And so I feel like that's represented through spreading light throughout everybody, and not everything's about you. And I feel like once you realize that, and once you figure that out, and that everything is about relationships, and that everything is about giving, and not always what you receive, then you realize, okay, like I can learn from him. I can learn from him. I might not like what he did, but I do like what he did right here. So I mean, it's be able to pick certain things from certain individuals that you may like, and I mean that can go with your style, that can go with how you go about your business. But I mean, I feel like it is good to have role models, and I heard somebody said it's always good to have somebody that walks next to you, somebody that walks behind you, that watches you, and be able to watch somebody in front of you that has already done what you did. So I mean, I feel like that's like a main thing.
Yeah. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one.
Really?
You're teaching me stuff today, Amari. Yeah, that's really beautiful, because like you're right. It's all about relationships. It's all about giving, and being part of something bigger, because clearly there is something bigger. So,
100%.
yeah, that's all right. So I have a few more questions. Like,
Okay.
if your wardrobe could speak, what would it say about the man you're becoming?
If my wardrobe could speak about the man I'm becoming, I feel like my wardrobe would say I wear a lot of athletic wear.
Okay.
So I feel like my wardrobe would say mix it up. I just wear anything. I just wear the first thing I see, and if I like it, I'll wear it. And so I mean, I feel like that's like the main thing. I feel like that's the main thing, is like as long as you're comfortable with what you're wearing and you feel like you look good, then that's all that matters. Like I feel like a lot of people get so caught up in like trying to figure out like, oh, do I think they're gonna think this looks good? I don't want to get made fun of. So it's like, no, live your truth and wear what you want to wear. And I mean, of course, like you have different colors that may represent you a little bit more than others, because of course colors mean certain things. But I also feel like it's important to just be yourself, and because that's the only person you can be. Everyone else is taken. So
ooh,
I mean,
snap.
So I feel like that's like the most important thing, is just to be yourself. So I mean, I feel like my closet will say, "Good job."
Good job.
There it is.
Let's go. I like that. Comfort is key, though.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Last question, then I'm going to give you the floor.
Okay.
So fast forward 5 years. How do you want people to describe Amari Gainer?
Yeah, 5 years. I feel like I want people to describe me as a hardworking, passionate, high energy Christian athlete. I feel like that'd be a great description.
Yeah.
And I mean, just to be able to consistently build and accumulate days after days, and stacks and bricks after bricks, and being able to have your work speak for itself. I feel like that's the most important thing, is being consistent, because I mean, anyone can do it for a day. Anyone can stream for a day. Anyone can shoot one podcast, but it's how many times can you do it, and how much quality can you do it. So I mean, I feel like that's the main thing, is the quality in your work, and just to be able to be consistent, and to also keep that energy. I mean, anyone can also bring energy one day, but it's like what energy, who are you impacting when you might not feel your best. So I mean, that's like the main thing, is spread hope, even if I may be having a bad day, it's to cheer somebody else up, and then I'll brighten me up. So I mean, I feel like that's the main thing.
All right, 5 years from now, guys.
There you go.
So is there anything that you'd like to talk about that's like going on with you, or just to the audience here, that I didn't ask you today? Yeah,
I mean, you covered a lot of it. I mean, I'm definitely thankful for my family that supported me throughout my whole life, and my brothers, my sister that has, trained with me, like in my backyard. We were hitting the ball with each other, getting after it, and my high school teammates, and like unsung heroes, like, janitors that help us every day pick up trash for us, you know, clean toilets for us, and the people that, you know, people might not say thank you to. So I mean, I feel like it's very important to, you know, use your manners, you know, be intentional with the small things, because, you know, small habits lead to bigger habits. So make your bed, and just keep being great.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah,
thank you for coming on the show today. Where can people find you?
Amari Ferrari on all platforms. Amari Ferrari Gainer on Twitch and on TikTok.
Awesome.
There we go.
Don't forget to watch them this season when football. When is it? August?
In August, giddy up.
Let's do this.
Giddy up.
All right. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
of
for
course.
being on the show today.
Yeah, thank you.